Watch the stars and make amends. You'll be fine by me, my friend. And should there be a reason to pretend, because you're really our dearest friend, don't be afraid to grab my stars and make I showed you my picture. After the daylight, it started in a hotel. Some ice cold drinks in this dark room. We went from a high school friendship to some post-scout actions. Saw some sweat fall off your face into dance floor, babe. Dance so good. Sweat falls off my face inside. Stand up, babe. Stand up. It's nights like this we're wide awake. It's times like this you shy away from me, babe. Started in a hotel lobby, cleaned up just to get too sloppy. Things I showed you my picture.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Top of the morning to you laddies. I'm your host Maxman, back at it again for the WESG VGL Qualifier number 2 in Europe. I'm your host and I will be joined once again by this beautiful man known as Imperium. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty damn good, Max. I'm hyped for these games that we have up ahead of us tonight. It is the second set of quarterfinalists to decide who goes on to the semi-finals and essentially get ever closer to qualifying for the finals in Berlin next year, Maxman.
Yes, I'm just at the same time just adding players. They're unfortunately a little bit late. Not very nice, but yeah, so I'm going to be playing around that. But yeah, we have a bunch of matches today for you guys. So we have Czech Republic versus United Kingdom. There will be game number 1 coming up as shortly as possible. And after that, we'll be having game number 2. There will be Ukraine versus Team Germany. There should be in about an hour and a half. So if you are stoked to see Ukraine or Germany play, that will be coming up shortly. Imperium, do you have anything to say about some of these matchups, or maybe why United Kingdom made it through, knowing that Ireland did win the first match?
Yeah, so obviously it was found out that Ireland, some members of Team Ireland were essentially account sharing. And account sharing is against the rules, it's against the terms of service in Vainglory as a game, and it's essentially not allowed. It got found out, they got disqualified, and UK moved on. Rightfully so, and like I said last weekend's stream, cheaters will always get found out. But that was then. This is now. UK have a second chance. They're going up against a Ukraine team that, sorry, a Czech Republic team, my apologies, that we don't know a lot about in terms of individual players. But UK, we've seen them in action. They're very good individually. It's not their strongest roster or lineup, should I say, but these players can work together if they are given a chance. Ireland did get the better of them in a 2-0 defeat. So with them having a second chance, it's up to UK to really pull it together and recognize where their strengths are and play on that.
Okay, so I'm just asking the players to see if they are ready, but yeah, we know United Kingdom have a really good team. Normally, DAZN is not normally. DAZN is on their team. Unfortunately, will not be able to play with them today. So that's a huge loss for once again the side of Team England, Team United Kingdom. Sorry, that didn't even have DAZN in the first match that they had and match number 2. They will not have him again. So that's very unfortunate. So I'm just going to ask if Team UK is ready, and after if they are, we will jump in right into it. Apparently, Benny is gone out again. Okay, Benny. Come back, boys.
Well, yeah, but they do have the likes of Keys, they have Mr. K Cool, and they have the likes of Kieran and Lil Godfather, as well as I'm Clean, I believe, or is it Benny? Anyway, so like I said, one thing though that I do want to mention is that Tension Bow has been hotfixed a little bit. As an item, it's gone down as a weapon power ratio from 125% to 100%, and the weapon power damage has gone down from 50 to 40. Now, the overall consensus, though, is that realistically that hasn't changed how much it's in the meta, because it hasn't been changed in terms of the pierce factor of Tension Bow as an item and what it does in game. So I'm still expecting to be very heavily built in these games, Maxman.
Okay, so finally we got the draft. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit focused on everything on the back. But yeah, we do finally have the drafts ready to go. So for this first game, I'm going to be seeing Anchor taken away. Even in my own ranked games, I just say ban Anchor if you're not ready to pick it. And even though we do have Team Czech Republic on the A side, doesn't seem they are confident to pick Anchor for themselves. So they took that one off the board. Finn will be banned then by the side of Team United Kingdom. So probably if they ban that way, probably they want to try and pick up a Yates, because Finn is the main counter to a Yates. So that would maybe tell us what they want to try and pick up in the near future.
Yeah, definitely. And also, if you don't kind of ban or pick it, you kind of you really give it over when you're on the B side. You know what I mean? So either way, going for the Varia ban as a second ban inside the Czech Republic, that's a little bit interesting. I would have put Turnwalker or Arden ahead of that, but Varia is one of the strongest mid laners right now. Maxman is able to really deal a lot of AoE damage, and with DPS damage per second being kind of high, it means that alternating current being built on Varia along with Spellfire or Dragon's Eye makes Varia very effective. So nice ban. Second ban being Yates. That leaves open Lorelei as the first pickup for Czech Republic, but this does leave open the likes of Silvernail, Kinetic, Arden, and even Reza, as well as Idris, Maxman. And Idris and Reza, I want to point out one of the strongest, hard carries that are able to get onto the backline quite effectively. But Turnwalker and Arden have been picked up, Maxman.
Right now, both teams are just starving out the roams. They pick Lorelei for the side of Team Czech Republic. Then UK, they go for the Turnwalker Arden. Arden, with the Tension Bow nerf, isn't as viable as it used to be in the weapon carry role. It's still a really good hero, but the Tension Bow nerf really hits hard on its entire utility kind of opportunities and also its capacity in the game. So they kind of that Tension Bow directly impacted onto the Arden. They go for the Flicker. Once again, all the roams getting picked up here. Really interesting. So they haven't focused down any CP mages in mid. Celeste still open as one of the best mages in the mid lane. They go for Catherine, man. All the roams getting picked up. Why do you think they're doing that right now? That's really weird.
Because of how effective the likes of Tension Bow and just how effective the likes of Lorelei and Flicker work together with the slow, it's just working quite well so far for Czech Republic with these. Captain here is being picked up, and once again Lance has been picked by the UK. Look, why don't they just go ahead and pick Grace? But no, they've gone for Samuel, which is interesting. I possibly would have put Celeste or Scarf ahead of Samuel personally, as we do see that Scarf is looking to be hovering over and picked up by Czech Republic as their fourth hero pickup, and I really do like that Glaive Glaive, I really think will be a good pickup for Czech Republic as their final pick. Will be able to get on the front, on the back line, and does provide a lot of damage. Plus, with the slow on Flicker as well as Larla, I think Glaive can be very effective.
I'm not sure about Glaive because Glaive, he's got a really good engage potential, but after that he gets punished pretty hardcore by the Arden, by the Lance, by the Chillwalker that will be on the back lane protecting heroes such as the Samuel they have on their comp.
Okay.
So I don't think that's fine to pick up right now. But now what we're seeing, there's so many tanks on both sides. We've got the impression we're in 3.7, but that's not the case. We have then this Scarf and this Samuel. You expect them in the mid lane then to go on Dragon's Eye because they got this tanky front line they're going to get easy stacks onto. So Dragon's Eye for me in the mid lane is going to be a core item. They did go for the Silver Nail that you were talking about earlier. So far they don't have any like dive. They're just going to be going for pure stacking material for the side of Czech Republic. And that's also going to be then the same kind of playstyle coming up for the side of UK. So far like kind of mirror matchup in terms of playstyle in this first game Imperium.
Definitely, you know, none of the teams are really dive. They're very much kind of kite back, maybe poke a little bit of damage. We're going to see Samuel with that Malison Verdict and the Drifting Dark provide a lot of AoE poke on the front line of Czech Republic. So that's something they're going to have to be careful of. But sticking together as a 5-man team, especially after a 12-minute mark, Maxman, is going to be essentially important in these games. Flicker is going to be there to provide the slow with the Moon Cloak, and then you're going to have the splash down and the fish food on the side of Lorelei. So engagement is super important as a 5-man team. Silver Nail is going to actually be able to zone out and reposition UK quite effectively if done right, Maxman. So this is going to be up to UK to really kind of grab a hold of the game as early as possible and not let the Silver Nail ramp up into the late game.
Yeah, they're going to have to be very careful about that Samuel. They have to try and put like a little bit of work towards the Samuel to try and trend down because he scales pretty well mid-game once he gets once 1 or 2 items up his sleeve. So they have to be very cautious about those kind of characters right there. But like both comps right now, so we have no dive, like, I mean assassins, unless they go for weapon loss, which actually might be coming out here by Little Godfather. They might go for a weapon loss. That might be an opportunity. I also see Morgan Freeman, Free Farm, had to do that mistake at some point. And he's going for probably the Aftershock base Catherine, so going to be very tanky, able to also dash out a lot of damage onto the tanky front line from the side of Team UK. So far, like, both comps are very interesting, and it's just going to be really based towards the late game on both sides.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be very much about how much you can farm up as quickly as possible into this first 4 or 5 minutes, Max, man. Rotations are definitely important, but I do like the rotations that are coming out from the UK because you do see Mr. Keiko and Little Godfather looking to take this Crystal Tree. So really kind of countering what happened with D3JV on the side of Czech Republic.
Hello, my friend. He's going to get ganked by Flicker in early game. He's an absolute beast. There will be first blood really fast going over to the side of Team Czech Republic. They have to take advantage of that Flicker pickup, or otherwise they're going to have a really hard spot to deal with him because Flicker late game falls off super hardcore. So to get first blood, they're going to get a bunch more, I believe, in this game. So they have to really make that pick pay off.
Yeah, Marnisar on this Flicker, what's going to make Flicker so deadly is actually rotating between the top, mid, and bottom lane. Not really stick to the bottom lane, because sticking to the bottom lane is very much 3.7 meta max, so you want to really rotate and use that gank potential advantage to, you know, in your favor. Especially because Keys on the side of Turnwalker, as strong as Turnwalker is, if he steps out of line, he can be shut down, you know, quite easily and doesn't have a lot of frontline defense other than if he is hooked onto an enemy player with those chains. But when you're Flicker and you go from a bush onto the enemy team, Turnwalker can't, you know, it's hard for him to kind of deal with that.
Yeah, it's very complicated to deal with in the early game. So I'm looking right now, we're 1-0 then for the side of Czech Republic. No goal lead whatsoever, so he's really something that you don't really have to care of in this early part. Like, no lead taken so far. And then the top lane, we have a little bit of a gun there coming out on Morgan Free Farm, but they're just not going to focus him. They're going to focus the CS instead. Yeah, so far, like, very slow game. You know, there was nice gank in the bot lane. There's really not much going on, just people farming up. And as we said, late game is where things are going to really start ramping up. So you can't expect much in this early game.
Yeah, and if you're looking at from a CS perspective point of view, Warren 1X and the Silvernail is on 15 CS, whereas the Mr. Keiko is on 21. So the, you know, respective bottom lanes, it seems like Mr. Keiko is looking a little bit stronger. He hasn't gone to shop yet, so he has 1,800 gold in his bank ready to unleash. But we see an engagement out by the Crystal Tree, Max one.
Yeah, they're going to try and take over. You see UK, they're doing a like flawless gank of, invade going on the CP buff. No one's going to stop them from doing so. Christian going pretty low. Will it get stolen away? No, will get secured over by the side of Team Czech Republic. It will be taken by Marnissar on that flicker. So not really the main character you want to have that buff on, but still it's better getting it on your side than giving it over to the enemy. Giving it over to Kiran. Just been doing actually quite a lot of poking and also a lot of trading throughout this early game. You can see Dijan, Dejvi, pretty low already on this scuff. He has no energy. He's going to get yanked back by the Torment. He's going to be good now. You pop the flask though. Janak also going to put very low. And this is only the early game.
Oh,
that was a kill coming up on the Silver Nail, on the bot lane, onto this Arden by once again a very successful gank by this Flicker. They're really using that pick to their advantage.
Nah, though you can't be feeding on the top lane. That is the issue that Binny is having on this Arden right now. You can't get out of position. Going for the Storm Crown first item followed by CP. I disagree with that. Weapon power is so much in the meta, and Sourblade would definitely be a lot more effective item on this Arden. So let's see how that does play out. Seems like he's going for an Aftershock instead, which I'm not that I disagree, but I just think Sourblade is just going to do a lot more in a team fight outside of the blood for blood damage. Little Godfather though is hanging around Mr. Keiko, in my opinion, a little bit too much. He should be rotating to the mid lane and looking to impale and gank onto D3JV to really help that mid lane and to really kind of shut that down. He's just hanging around too much. Yes, securing a turret is all well and good, but if you're not really kind of, you know, helping your team in other lanes, that is taking away from the 3.8 meta maximum.
Okay, so in the top lane, we will be having a successful push coming up on Mr. K Cool and Lil Godfather. They secure then a 1-for-1 turret trade into both bot lanes. Double man get them all impaled. Does miss out, fortunately, for Lil Godfather. Ace side does connect on Madsa. He's going to try and trade him out now by this tripwire, trying to zone him away as fast as possible. It will not be very effective as Arden joins the fight. Blood for Blood does connect. One Ranax doesn't have a lot of HP left, and now he has none, and he will find death in that trade. Manisa, you want to try and run away. He does have a lot of trade potential on Mark, but the impaled. What? He was in the impale for me. That was really weird. Okay, well, he escapes it. Okay, fair enough.
He was in it for me as well, Maxon. He was in it for me, but such can happen. But when you're looking at that, the reason why the UK kind of won that engagement is because wait.
You have a skirmish coming out. That was Jiddlin coming out, but they wake up Jindak right away. Unfortunately, a little bit waste of an ultimate. They didn't have time to set up any kind of extra damage output. But still, 2-1 going over to Czech Republic with a gold lead. Almost, yeah, 2k gold lead going over to side UK. So even though they weren't getting as many kills as Team of Czech Republic, they were focusing a lot more on the farm. And as you said earlier, like they got really late game focused build, so that's going to be really paying off for them.
Yeah, and also like I was just about to say before that kind of mid lane engagement, Mr. Keiko has Sour Blade before Warren 1X. The CS difference coming out from the two of them is 46 on Warren 1X and 46. 46 on Mr. Keiko and 36 on Warren 1X. That's a 10 CS difference. That is really making a difference, and this is where UK should recognize that and really play on that and draw Mr. Keiko down to mid lane.
At the top lane there, get them all, does connect on Lil Godfather, he got the same potential, very nice rebuke onto Lil Godfather. He's going to use his impale to try and get away. Oh no, he barely gets out. Lil Godfather just surviving with a slither of HP. Mr. Keiko, I think you are overstaying. You're welcome right now. You skadoodle, but I think that was a little bit wasted. He does pop the flask, and this should be the end of the tale of Mr. Keiko as he does go down to Warren 1X.
Yeah, definitely shouldn't hang around. Don't worry about the first turret. It's not super important.
Eotrian in the bottom part of the jungle. Binny, will he survive? I do not think so, but he does use the gauntlet to survive out that skirmish, unfortunately. Still, Eotrian, best player in this entire game.
Eotrian, we absolutely love doing that. But yeah, Maxon, losing the first turret isn't super...
Man, spikes everywhere. 1v2 by Little Godfather. What a god, indeed. Nice side gem, my dude. That's going to be the flask coming out by Mansa. He's going to try and get the kill on Little Godfather. Can he get it? Gifting Wall does come out. Will it be enough? It will be the 1v2 clutch by Little Godfather.
Oh yeah, that's a good return coming out from UK, but you want to focus on sticking together as a 5-man team. Maxon, I feel, starting to get that, but another engagement?
They do not have the Crucible, unfortunately. Blast Tremor does go down. Going to be able to silence the entirety of the 3-man team on Team UK. That's going to be the fish food. Connecting onto Keys. Does stun him up. Will not be able to re-engage that, so he will be taking his... I was going to say a French sentence. That doesn't work out in English, so I'll just shut up, but that's fine. I was thinking of French there for a second, but yeah, unfortunately that's not going to work out. Still another invade, and invades are not getting countered by anyway by Czech Republic, so it's just easy gold and easy CS for UCAN. That's why they got the goal lead so far in this game with a 3k goal lead right now.
Yeah, they are looking pretty good. That was nice coming out from Karen, but we see Marin, sir.
Oh, the flank doesn't work.
So yeah, okay. So Silver now gets the better of Gwen up in that top lane, a little gold version.
Top lane, more like clutch lane. What the hell's going on right there? One Runix just picking up 2 kills for his trouble. And now he's going to be able to get that top lane turret fairly easy. So it's going to be the turret war going to be won right now for the side of Czech Republic. And just really applying a lot of pressure. And right now, they got the first few items up. They've even got the Sword Blade and one Onyx, and he's been picking up fights since earlier. And that's really what we're trying to see. Like, Sword Blade is just your first huge power spike on heroes such as Gwen and Sylvanel. So that's where you see a lot more fights in the top lane.
Definitely, and it seems like he's building towards, I would say, Poison Shift second item maybe. Because that will give the mortal wounds and will make it a little bit more effective. But now Morgan free farm going in on the mid lane, Maxman.
Yeah, Flicker ulti right there. I think he's looking for the opportunity to drop round to Kieran right there. Trish Pass does come out trying to reposition the Sherwood. Can he survive? Oblivion comes down, going to be put him to sleep. Good, nice win Prince. The Catherine right under the turret. Gauntlet does follow up. He's going to get stunned up instantaneously. Will he get the blood for blood? Yes, he does. But will he trade a kill? No, he will not. He will go down without taking anything back away from Czech Republic, unfortunately. So 1-4-0 trade going over to Team Republic again. Czech.
Yeah, now UK seem to be playing like 2 separate teams. So you have Keys and Kieran in the mid lane playing as one team, and Mr. Keiko, a little Godfather, playing as a second team. They're not really synergized together, whereas Czech Republic, even though they're split up in some way, you know, in the same places, they actually seem more unified because they're seeing engagement.
Oh no! Little Godfather, the Impale barely missing. Now he's going to combat roll his way out of that fight. He should be dropping first. He does spot the blast, barely surviving it so far. Kiran's going to reposition, dashing out. A lot of damage Impale, and that's going to be unfortunately the end of Catherine overstepping her welcome. Now they're trying to re-engage. They have the potential. They could follow it up, but unfortunately, the CC potential is just way too big. Get them all. Oh man, Warren on X. What a clutch once again. This man is doing insane plays. But still, that was a 1-for-1 trade then. But yeah, unfortunately, the Rome's a little bit overstepping. When unfortunately it's really hard to deal with because both teams have a lot of CC. You have the Chermoko, you have the Arden and the Lance for the set of Team UK, and then on the other side you have the Lorelei, you have the Flicker and the Catherine for Team Czech Republic. So if you overstep, if you dive a little bit too deep, you will get punished, and it will keep you in the Bay Area, so the carries can dash out the damage. So unfortunately both comps are very, very punishing for those kind of plays.
Definitely, and looking at these build paths, we do see that the Scarf does have Spellfire as first item. Another turret has gone down, I believe, up in the bottom lane on the side of Bidney. So, and then Kieran is about an item and a half actually ahead of the Scarf. So that is really telling a lot in the mid lane. He's got the Spellfire and the Clockwork and 2 Crystal Bits, but this is pressure up in the top lane, Maxman.
Damn, Warren Onyx, that damage output Wizard's passive is absolutely insane. Also, the zoning Wizard's tripwires are always really, really on point. It's going to be Flicker ultimate coming out, one the Mooncloak. I think they're looking for the re-engagement. They do have a scout cam overboard. Give him all connects just fine to try and save Mr. Keiko's life. He will get out of that skirmish. Then we have another fight in mid lane going on right now. There's a little bit of damage output. Hook's not going to be bringing much to the table. Man, fights everywhere right now. It's really interesting. Like, we got to the mid game, and that's where fights are going to be coming out. And we're waiting still for that big 5v5 team fight. Unfortunately, not coming out quite yet. With no global objectives taken. We did have the ghosting taken by Team UK, but still, now they haven't been able to push any objectives with it. So that's going to be the interesting factor of this buff throughout this game.
Yeah, as a 5-man team, if UK engage, you're going to win a team fight. I'm pretty sure about that because they're ahead in items, they're ahead in gold, but they need to do that because it doesn't matter about losing a turret. If you kill one of the enemy team, you're going to be able to take something like a Ghostwing or a Blacklaw. Or if you are going to engage and try to stop a turret push, you do it as a 5-man team. Whereas they're not doing that.
Okay, Oblivion does connect 3-man Oblivion into the mid lane. Whoa, what the hell's going on? Crucible's not on point, unfortunately. And this is a 2v3 going over to Team UK as they pick up the Scarf. Maybe picking up another one. Maybe they're feeling a little bit greedy. Hook and Chain dealing a lot of damage, but no, he will get out of range. Barely right there, but still 2-for-1 fight, and UK win it. That's absolutely insane. And it is the mid lane. This is when Kieran with that Samuel will start to really scale up his game, and that's really like just really shows that point is really mid-game stamina was absolutely insane to deal with.
Exactly, they're 5k gold ahead. Like I mentioned, their itemization, they are ahead from that point of view. I would say that Binny, you know, his build path is not the best, but either way, it's working overall, and the core carries on the side of the UK are ahead of their respective counterparts, and that is saying a lot. Plus, I got to give credit to Keys. He's playing a very good turn worker, playing on that front line, giving space to Kieran on that Samuel to really dish out that Amal's Verdant drifting dark damage. Maxman as the Black Rose bearing down.
Do they have a Crucible? I'm not even sure if they have one, unfortunately. The Crucible was on... they haven't even got a Crucible. They can't even block anything. That's going to be Laura jumping down first. Evergorn going to be zoned out. The Impel does connect for the last player. One kill onto the Silver Nail. Picking up another one. Flicker drops down. And Scarf, can he do anything? No, he can't. And that's going to be almost an ace, but unfortunately, Morgan Free Farm will not be around the corner. So there will be 4 kills going over to Team UK as they pick up the second mid lane Tyrant, even maybe the choke point.
They will definitely push the armory if they do it right, or they could respectively. This is a 5-man push. This is them working as a 5-man team. This is the Team UK we need to see. Maxan rotate as a 5-man team, pour back. They could even go for Ghostwing and take the attitude of, okay, if we get Ghostwing successfully, great. But if we force a team fight in Ghostwing, we are going to win that team fight, because realistically, Czech Republic, they need another 5 to 6 minutes before they really catch up to the UK. Whereas if Team UK, they force these team fights, whether it's a lane or an objective as a 5v5 team, they are going to come out hand on hand unless they really make a massive mistake positionally, Maxman.
Yeah, they have to be very cautious of that, because especially as we said earlier, like it's a very punishing comp, so just the slightest little bit of mistake or being out of position can be very rewarding for the enemy team. Right now we see though, I'm going to talk real quick about the build. Little Godfather on his Lance, double spell sword, gives you a lot of cooldown reduction and can just allow you to like combo your attacks really, really effectively. So I really do like that, especially against a comp that has a lot of frontline heroes on their side. For Team Czech, so you can just like CC them for days and days on without having the enemy team being able to respond in any way on mana. So I really do like that though. Flicker I don't think can get a blind steal, and that will be taking a Ghost Ring over to start up Team UK. Gonna have a fight coming out. Double man Impale does connect for the Lance, and once again he's doing an insane amount of work. Oblivion does come out, gonna get Crucible out for once. Good job. Now Gauntlet, unfortunately, I do not have that Crucible anymore. It's gonna be a very nice rebuke to try and get him out of the Gauntlet, but that will not be putting him out far enough. I just pick up 1, 2, and 3 kills. Gwen with the double. Silver now going to be the last man standing on his team, and he will drop at the end of the day with an ace going over to Team UK.
Yeah, Mr. K-Cool is playing the bot lane Gwen as opposed to top lane in the previous match against Ireland, and it's paying off because he's being a lot more effective. He's got the itemization, he's got the defense with the Slumbering Husk, and like I said, that 5-man team fight, boom, shut down Czech Republic so easy, and they're going to close out this Game 1 Maxman and really give themselves a nice bit of confidence going into this game too.
Damn it, what a nice game. Game number 1, 16-7, with a nice 8,000 goal lead for Team United Kingdom. What can you say more than that, really? There's nothing much to say. Unfortunately, the early game did go a little bit over to set up Team Czech Republic with that Flicker pickup, but as we said, it does fall off really, really badly late game. So that's really what you can see about this Flicker in this game here in Imperium.
Yeah, also, Kieran has 143 CS.
Damn.
And Scarf only has 83. You know, come on. Come on, Czech Republic. You need to be better with your CSing. You need to be better with kind of getting up in that gold. They played really well in the early game. Max and Czech Republic did, and I felt like they were rotating better overall as a team. UK seemed a little bit kind of distance between each other as a 5-man team, like I'd mentioned, 2 teams of 2, so to speak. But late game, with those power spikes, with the gold lead, they started to get it together and they took the objectives. They used the pushes to their advantage and they closed out the game very, very effectively.
Also, if we did see throughout this game, the Catherine only had like a little amount of stacks, so unfortunately on the front line, she was not very tanky, and you have to try and like with a Catherine throughout the early and mid game phase, you have to have a quest, a side quest actually, to get those stacks, and when you're going to be going onto the front line, which what you do with Catherine, you're just there to tank for your team and engage and initiate team fights. When you're low on stacks, you will really feel it. You will feel it so bad that you will like get poked down to death, and you will just unfortunately get roasted down. So when you have that Catherine, you have to put on a side quest, get the stacks, and late game you got you'll have a little bit more room to work with. But unfortunately, that didn't happen in this game for the Catherine.
Plus, the Catherine didn't have an aftershock. You need an aftershock as a Catherine, in my honest opinion. Yeah, had the clockwork and had pulse weave, but yeah, okay, clockwork gives cooldown, but aftershock would have been a lot more effective. It would have really negated a little bit of damage that's coming out of Team UK, would have made her a lot tankier. Plus, with no real weapon power defense on the side of Czech Republic, Mr. Keiko was running rampant all over the map with that basic attack damage that is on that Gwen and bursting enemies down essentially left, right, and center, Maximum.
Okay, so I'm just going to be showing the brackets to you guys. Let's just check it out real quick. So we're just waiting for Papa Imperium to join back the game. Okay, you're ready?
Imperium.
Papa Imperium, let's go. So yeah, we have the brackets here, guys, so we're going to be checking it out. So we do have already Spain and Russia qualified for the semi-finals of the WSG tournament, so that will be going on next week. And then we check out bracket B right here. We then have Czech Republic, United Kingdom, then Czech Republic and UK. So UK 1-0, it's not marked there, but it is 1-0, and then later we'll have in Ukraine and Germany, and the winner of those two games will be going into the semi-finals of this tournament. So that is a big place to be right now in the WSG. So I'll give you back on the desk. Boom. So I'm going to invite you, Papa Imperium. Oh, I must stop saying that. God damn it. On stream. That's only for privates.
But no, I really am happy with the performance the UK pulled out. They seem to have learned from their mistakes. Putting Mr. Keiko on that bot lane, Maxon just proved a lot more effective. They were able to really hard carry a lot more, and credit to Kieran and Keezy in that mid lane. They worked very, very nicely together. Just a lot more effective, because both comps were similar. We noted that both comps were similar, but I really felt that Czech Republic with the Lorelei didn't really feel that effective, to be honest. And kind of she seemed to be lost in the shuffle of the team fights, and just since she got shut out. So UK once again, just very nicely done, and I want to see the same out of them coming into this game too.
Absolutely, Dan, like what we saw last time with the side, like when they were playing up against Team Ireland, and UK really stepping it up and being super present in this game. Even though they had, like we said, a little bit of a hard time early, like once they got their power spikes and their items, it was just a roller coaster from there, and they just kept rolling into the entire game. So I'm just gonna be okay. Teams, check. Just seeing if they're ready, and we'll be jumping into draft for game number 2 right away into the Spear 3. Just trying to make you guys ready. Wait, okay, I said wait. I said wait, so I'll wait.
If what is interesting, kind of, if UK do win, and then if Germany win their quarterfinal match, it will be very interesting to have a UK v Germany matchup in the semi-finals. That's something that I'm not gonna lie, I'll be very, very excited to see. But either way, that's the future, or the potential future. This is now, we're into a game 2 Maxon draft.
Yeah, we're going to be in that one. So it looks like Team UK, they're going to be doing the same. Copy-paste the strat in draft of Team Czech Republic. They wanted to ban the Anchor. No, they're checking Churnwalker right now. But Anchor definitely is all pick or a ban situation. So they will be going for the same as Czech Republic. They will be first banning onto the A side, Anchor away. I think, I personally think that Anchor is such a powerful hero that you don't have to ban it on A side. Or at least if you want to ban it, you would even ban it on the second setup of bans on the A side, because like B side doesn't want to have to deal with it, and because you have the priority pick, I think that you could ban other heroes that don't want to deal with, because I think Anka is a high focus in the ban phase right now. She's got like the highest ban rate in Vengloy 5v5. You can check it out on VG Pro. She's the highest ban rate, and I think it's for a reason. She just melts down the enemy carries like just like that for breakfast every morning.
Yeah, it is. And just to kind of totally agree with you, I'm really surprised the UK banned Finn, because in my opinion, you don't need to ban him, because you can pick him up first pick. A little bit similar to Anka, Maxman, as we do see a Varia ban. But then again, by banning the Finn, it leads open to Yates' first pick, and yes, they are hovering over the Lorelei. But I really think Yates is so powerful and so effective in the 3.8 meta that it's really a priority pick ahead of Lorelei. But I know Keys is very competent on his Lorelei, so let's see how that does play out as Arden and Churmwalk are the first two pickups being, chosen by Czech Republic.
I think so far Czech Republic done a really good decision to pick the Churmwalker for themselves. If you have Churmwalker, Lorelei together, that's one of the most annoying and toxic comps. Well, it's not toxic, but like one of the most annoying comps to play up against. The CC is just insane. They go for another high CC potential hero. That is the Lance. So that will be once again on the side of TUK. Will it be played once again with a double spell sword kind of build, or will it be played kind of utility? Even for CP Lance, I think CP Lance is extremely viable. People haven't really caught up on it yet, but I think CP Lance is a super, super impactful kind of pick if you play it properly against a high tank potential on the enemy team. They do go for the Celeste, unfortunately. That wasn't picked up. They did not have for their side earlier. They did have the Samuel. I think Celeste is way better in the laning phase than the Samuel is, but they do have the Samuel taken up by the side of Czech Republic. So this is going to be very interesting into the mid lane. How do you think that's going to work out, Samuel between Celeste here?
Early game, 100% Samuel, but then late game, I think Celeste will come in to her own.
Oh no!
As it seems like the draft has been somewhat cancelled for whatever reason. We'll look to get back into that as quickly as possible. What was interesting is that apparently that was Kieran's fault by mistake. I blame Obama, but they were hovering over between the Yates or the Idris or the Gwen. I think Gwen is a safer pickup because even though Idris is very powerful, I think Idris needs a bit of a either tanky or another frontline hero to really complement him. Otherwise, there's a risk that he's going to get shut down just a little bit too much. Maximum, and based on the comp that UK have, yes, they have Lorelei and Lance, but Lance isn't the same as an Arden or a RAZER in terms of disengagement or extra engagement. So let's see what they go for. They've gone for Silvernail and Yates. I really like the comp coming out of the UK, Maxman. Really do.
UK got one beast of a comp. You got so much combo potential right there. You got the Yates, grabs someone from the enemy team, follows up by the CC of the Lance, follows up by the CC of the Lorelei, and then you got the tripwire potential from the Silvernail that can just cut off the escape route or even the engage route from the enemy team. So I think UK's just got a really nice comp. They do go for the Baron though, for Czech Republic. So this Baron is probably going to be played weapon because they already have the Samuel that should be going mid. Arden, I guess weapon top lane. That would make sense against the comp that's played on the enemy team of Team UK. But like both comps are very interesting here. I like how it's going to be playing out. Who would you give this game number 2 over to here, Imperium?
If the Protect the Baron comp is successful, Czech Republic. But realistically, UK have a lot more of an effective comp, and they're not relying, in my opinion, on one damage dealer. I'm not saying Samuel is bad, but Baron is going to be really the focus on the team fights. If UK can focus down the Baron even earlier on or mid-game, they will, again, like they did in the previous game, extend that gold lead, extend the objective lead, and we'll take this game too. So let's see what happens, Maxman.
Yeah, so if you did just join the WSG stream, guys, game number 1 of this BA3 of Czech Republic versus Team United Kingdom did go over to Team UK. So now if UK win this second match, they will be going into the semi-finals of this tournament, and there will be Czech Republic getting out. So going to have to see if Czech Republic are going to be able to put up a nice fight for themselves in this second game. And you're going to see Gendark, I think he understood a little bit from his last game. He's going to be trying to stack up right from the get-go with this Catherine. He's going to get one. He's only one stack, but he already shows the intention that he wants to get those stacks as fast as possible to be able to tank up the damage from the Silvernail and also from this Celeste.
Yeah, very interesting. Barnes are going into the enemy jungle of UK, and also, more importantly, laying down scout cams, Maxon. And scout cams can be quite important in the early game and getting an idea of where the enemy team are. But let's see, he might get a little bit caught out as this Crystal Treat is being focused down.
So it's going to be a free invade once again by Team United Kingdom. A little bit of a repeat of what we had in game number 1. Not going to be counted in any way, shape or form. This should be not stolen away. I guess it's going to be very complicated to steal away. But oh man, it took a long time actually. I was like, oh, maybe the Yates can do something, or even Keys on the Lorelei. But there will be a trade for trade in terms of invades. But now we're going to be seeing the Arden Morgan free farm. Unfortunately, free farm, they're going to have to get past the customs of Mr. K. Cool and Little Godfather, and they will not allow you to pass. Yeah, Morgan free farm will get caught out. Blood for blood through the wall. He does pop the flash. He will get a little bit of extra healing. Core Collapse does connect, and that will be first blood over to Team United Kingdoms, shifting it around.
And first blood over to Kieran. And that's pretty good. Giving it over to the carry, or should I say it's successfully being achieved by the carry as they look to engage into the enemy jungle of Czech Republic.
Oh, the triple man gifting wall coming up by Little Godfather. Now the damage up is turning it around. The steam is turned over as they pick up a double kill for this Samuel. It started so well, but it finishes so wrong. Core Collapse does go out. We'll be allowing the weapon buff to be secured over by Kieran. Now, Jendark, Warren 1X, you're solo on energy also, Warren 1X. I don't know if you can jump away, but Mr. K. Cool apparently is not going to be focused on that, so... Oh, whoa! No, the burn! Get roasted! No, okay, no, he's going to survive anyway, sorry. I was really hoping that would kill him, actually. But yeah, he does survive. 2-2 on the kill board with 1k goldie going over to Team United Kingdom.
This is a spicy start, Max, and both teams are being... it's a spicy meatball, but it's a spicy start coming out from both teams. They're both being a little bit more aggressive than the first game, and I do like that it's starting to it's paying off for us, the viewers, so to speak. You know, like you said, the goal lead is over in the favor of the UK. Just a K in the first 3 minutes, a triple weapon blade on Little Godfather, not hanging about with that weapon power damage, but Marnisar is holding on to Binny. And then we see Morgan Freefarm once again go for the Storm, Crown, and Crystal Power damage. I don't quite understand that. I really think Sour Blade and Tension Ball. I know Tension Ball got nerfed, but I just really think it's a lot more effective in the 3.8 meta, as the Crystal Tree now is being focused on, Maxon.
Warronex, you might want to get out of there right now. Core Collapse does connect. Kieran taking a lot of damage. He's low on energy. He can't really join the fight again, but Warronex is just getting bursted down as the kill gets picked up by Keys. 1-for-1 trade, as also Yates get picked up. Binny, Ripperino. So he's going to get yanked back there. He does pop a block, but that will not be enough, and he will be dropped into the hands of Team Czech Republic. And this game is a lot more like even throughout the other game. Even though there's a 1k goldie, like there are a lot more fights, and that's really what you enjoy here. We've got more stuff to talk about in Priya.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just nice to, yeah, like I said, yeah, it's a little bit spicier, a little bit kind of more interesting. It's nice to see the teams kind of taking off the gloves and just kind of going a little bit full ham. I would like to see the Little Godfather rotate up to mid lane a little bit more. You know, help Kieran, you know, get that kind of mid to late game on the Celeste, but let's see how that does play out. I don't think he's going to, you know, change that anytime soon. It worked in the first game. Let's see how it works in the second game. Marnisar and Warren 1X working pretty well together. When you're looking at the CS differences coming out between the two teams, Mr. Keiko has 18 CS and Warren 1X has 19. So that's actually a lot closer compared to the first game, Maximum. So that is good coming out from Warren 1X.
Okay, so what I'm seeing coming out from Czech Republic is very smart. They got invaded earlier, so they just like said, okay, when the jungle respawns, we're going to be putting 4 members in the jungle. They did leave right now, but they had 4 members. So if they got invaded, they were set and ready. And they already had vision on 2 enemies onto the bot lane. So that was the Silvernail and the Lance. So they couldn't have done anything. It would have been a 3v4 situation if they did decide to go for the weapon buff invade. That was very smart rotation coming out from Czech Republic here. Definitely.
The biggest advantage going over to the UK right now is Kieran in the mid lane. 44 CS to 32 on D3 JV. The itemization difference is ridiculous. And this is where, and that's not going to be good for Czech Republic, because if the Celeste gets the late game earlier than normally intended, man, that's going to be hard for Czech Republic to deal with.
Oh, man, they're going to try and yank it a little bit backwards. Oh, Kissing Wall, going to be working out really well. Little Godfather Crucible going to be used up really early. They trade a kill out for it as the Samuel drops down. Really nice grab coming out from Warrenix is going to be killed up, unfortunately, but very nice grab once again. That's going to be 3 kills going up, maybe followed by a 4th one. Marnisar will go down at the end of a day of 5v4 situation, as Arden is just going to be taking the bot lane. Morgan free farm. I think should have been joining the fray right there, but he's going to be taking a turret and trading that away. But still, a fight going over to them was not the best of decisions, in my opinion.
It wasn't the best decisions at all, and that's why 5v5, you know, the game is called 5v5. The team fights, and 5v5 is king. Well, okay, yeah, fame glory 5v5, should I say? Either way, Mr. Keiko getting that CP buff.
Oh yes, you got an opportunity. The silence with the tripwire will be coming out, and the blood for blood from the other onto Keys is connects. They're going to be getting a stun out. The Godfather is completely out of position as he drops down to this Arden. They're going to be running for their bare life. Keys very low. I don't think also Mr. Cake will want to pick a 1v3, so all we're running for is bare life. And right now, 7 minutes in,
by the way,
7 to 5. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anything creepier in Vainglory than a clown skin Charmogger running at the enemy team with those hooks and chains. That was pretty damn entertaining. But either way, Kieran getting caught out.
Just pass is going to be connecting. Solar Storm ripping through and turns around the table. Good job. But there will be a 1-4 on trade as the Baron picks it up. And Arden going to be diving under the turret and picks up this Yates. Unfortunately, a little overstayed just a little bit too much. And he just dropped down. So it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade going over to the side of Team Czech Republic. And in terms of kill, very even, 8-7 for Team UK. Goal lead still, a 2k goal lead going over to the side of Team UK. So they have a lead over the board still. We're only 7 minutes in, so it's not that big. He can still deal with it. But right now, Morgan Freeman is going to get CC'd to death. And he's going to be going down to Little Godfather and Mr. Keiko, as they might even try and push for the second bot lane turret. I'm not even sure if they might do that.
They possibly could, because Mr. Keiko has Sourblade ahead of Warren 1X. Well, Warren 1X has now just picked up Sourblade, but Mr. Keiko has picked up the guts of, I would believe, Tyrant. Michael, what's happening in mid lane, Mac?
Still lit. Oh, that's going to be the flank coming up. Round 1X is going to be trying to jump in. Round to Kiram doesn't have the damage output to burst him down right away, unfortunately. 1X, be careful. You're going to get zoned down by the Celeste there. Merciless Pursuit once again does connect. Zigzag going to be completely out of position and punished for his sins. But is he going to go down? He should go down anytime soon. Yes, he does. And that's going to be also the Catherine dropping down there. She was a little bit out of position. Now he's going to be able to run out. He's not going to survive that. Try and pick up a counter kill onto Kiran. I think he can get it. He should be able to. He's got a hook and chain. The hook and chain does the work as he does picks it up. Also, Baron will be going down to the Lance, and he's just able to close the gap very easily. But that's going to be a very nice fight going over to Team UK.
It's overall, but they're not really going to be able to gain any huge objective out of that, because the team fight lasted for longer than they probably wanted it to. Maxman, but either way, it's kills on the board for them. It's confidence. It's also gold, because their gold lead is now at the point where they're about 4k gold ahead. And this is compared to the first game. If anything, it's better than what they did in the first game. Maxman, they're actually ahead in gold 4k earlier than it was in the first game. And it's starting to pay off. You see the itemization. Little Godfather has one Spellfire, building towards the second Spellfire straight away. We're seeing Mr. Keiko, like I said, Sourblade looking to build into, I'd say, Tyrant's Monaco, whereas Warren 1X only has Sourblade and just a couple of lucky strikes. There's not really much behind that, and this is where Team UK have the advantage.
Oh yeah, it's really nice pull. That's going to be a block. A little bit too late by Jindak. We will survive nonetheless. The last piece of the gauntlet will be forced out right there to try and escape from that sticky situation. Keys dropping out a little bit of CC. Kieran going to be hooked up there. Be careful. You don't want to kill and do a repeat of what happened last team fight. Now it will be a 5v5 skirmish into the mid lane though. The Silver now is coming up shortly, and he's going to try and flank it up. He does have his rebuke up unavailable, so he can try and flank it up. Oblivion comes out. Doesn't get blocked out, unfortunately, as the Laura is going to be melted to the ground. Chestbars does follow up. Mr. K cool out of position. Be careful. The Lance did drop in that skirmish too. So the Storm ripping through. Misses out the target, unfortunately. Still, very nice fight for Czech Republic. It's a little bit back and forth around. Mr. K cool. What are you doing? You know you're dealing with an Arden. You should just run away. And he gets picked up fairly easily. Yeah, he's going to be jumping back in with his ultimate. I don't think he should do that. Kieran's low on energy. He can't really do anything. I think that's a little bit of a waste of an ultimate right there.
It kind of was, and that's a high cooldown of about a minute and a half, but it will be up effectively, hopefully, for the next team fight. Kieran needs to get some cooldown on this Celeste sooner rather than later. Benny, you are well out of position.
What are you doing, my friend? I think that's not what you're looking for. So Benny's going to be going very, very low, so will not be joining that fight again. Cannot, unfortunately. 11 minutes in, 14-2, and we got a 3k, almost 6k, no, 3 to 6. How dies it? My math is bad, not quick math. Still, 3k goalie going over to the side of Team United Kingdom, and they're having a hard time right now picking up fights for the side of Team UK. They're getting zoned out pretty heavily. Even though they have the Yates, they're not able to commit to that and get a kill. So I think if they can pick up the target that gets grabbed by Binny, they can turn around the steam. But right now, it hasn't really worked out in their favor.
Yeah, they need to just reset themselves and go back to what they were doing previously as a 5-man team, whereas in the last couple of team fight engagements, like I said, getting caught out. Keys, what the hell have you been doing, man?
Yeah, Cruci was a little bit too early there, so he will be dropping down Merciless because he does seal down the fate of this Lorelei Little Godfather. He is weapon, double spell sword once again. So he wants to avoid getting poked down as he doesn't have the defense that normally a Lance does offer you. He's not going to be going into that utility position as the Ghosting going to be slowly secured by Team Czech Republic, but will it be stolen away? I do not know. Binny has a grab. He's going to be going for the Catherine. Not really the main target you're looking for. You're mainly looking for the Samuel on the Arden here, but that's not a matter as the fight does pop out. Double man call collapse followed up by Kieran, dashing out a lot of damage right there. Though the Samuel also doing a lot of work. Oblivion does come out, does get Crucible once for the right moment. And Mario going to be beaten away. Does use the block just in case. Gets away from the Impale's reach. And now the Ghosting should be taken away by Team United Kingdom. And I don't think Czech Republic should be able to steal that away.
They shouldn't. And that was actually a really good job coming out from Team UK as Vinny's going up to top lane to stop that push. But I don't think let's see what happens though, Maxon. So either way, that was actually nice coming out from UK. They engaged hard. They got the kill onto the Cat. Yes, not the intended target, but you take a team down to 4 players, Maxman, you automatically give yourself advantage to take that objective, and that is exactly what Team UK did. So really nicely done by them. They kind of now reaffirm themselves map control-wise, gold control-wise. It's up to about 5k. Itemization is in their favor with Little Godfather hitting that double spell sword, but they now need to tank up on defense that little bit more. Mr. Keiko slightly getting caught out.
Yeah, that's where you see the Vanguard really working out there, allowing to reduce his cooldown onto his Blood for Blood. Impale does connect. He does get out with the gauntlet right there, but that's going to be Jendak out of position. Going to get CC to this. Just use a block. Oh, stops 2 CC coming out at the same time, but unfortunately that will not be enough, and Jendak will be dropping down. He does pop up a fountain too. Raven does coming out. He's going to get crucibled anyways, but that will be a 1-for-0 trade right there, and that's going to be an opportunity for follow-up coming out for the side of Team UK. Core Collapse does connect onto the Charmorke. He does have his ultimate to reposition. He's just going to get, once again, CC to death. The CC is just insane for Team United Kingdom, and when you get picked up by 1 CC, like by an Impale or anything like that, you're just going to get like comboed up so easily and just bursted down by the Celeste and the Silver Nail. You, once again, very, very punishing.
Indeed, indeed. Now they're going for a Black Claw. I do think Mr. Keiko should be up with them, because I think they might find it a little bit, take a little bit longer, a little bit harder for them to secure the Black Claw. One thing is that maybe Czech Republic might get distracted by the fact that Mr. Keiko is pushing bot lane and not realize they're taking Black Claw. Vision being popped up by Keys. Let's see what happens. Turret is destroyed. If they can secure this Black Claw, really ramp up what they're doing in this game. Catch it to Catherine.
Yeah, that's what Yates is good at, just putting you out of position and punishing you for your sins. Core Collapse for the next once again. And just too much CC, you can't deal with it. We had a split push from the Yates, from the Silver Nail into the bot lane, but unfortunately that's going to be resulting in a dead, very, very dead Silver Nail, so that's not going to be working out for them. But they do have now the Black Claw walking slowly throughout the mid lane. Going ham on this second mid lane. Sorry, they're only going to be doing a 4v4 push. Core Collapse, unfortunately not going to be hitting the target, and that's going to be a very, very big gauntlet with a triple man stun. Little Godfather going to try and run for his bare life. Will he survive? I do not think so. Oh man, he gets up with the Impale, but Keys, he should be normally dropping. He does drop to the hands of Ryan Ronix as Binny does rotate around, and he can turn this one around. He can give an opportunity to get the kill on Marinsar. It's going to be the... Oh, no! Oh, cool collapse, and also the grab will not be connected for Team United Kingdom, so that's not going to be very rewarding. But now they did get the second mid lane turret out, so the Storm ripping through, doesn't connect onto the... does not take down the Arden, sorry, did connect. Now they're going to be unfortunately looking for a bunch of opportunities, but Team UK just a little bit too low. Kieran, a little Godfather, I'm looking at you right now. Run. This is not the fight you are looking for.
Oh, lovely double core collapse.
Oh, man. Going for it. 1x. He's looking for the possibility to get the fight onto Kieran. Kieran, though, pretty damn tanky, actually. I gotta give him, like, respect. Like, he's, like, you got a Sword Blade and a Charm Monocle onto Warren X. He still hasn't got his Tornado Trigger, which is what I think he's going for. He does have the items for it. He hasn't gone for it, so I don't really like what Rowan 1x is doing here. He's going for defense at the same time. I think with Baron, he wants to put a big priority on damage output before going for any kind of defense. So I think that's going to be putting him a little bit on the back foot in these team fights. But right now, going to try and have a Ghosting secured. But Oblivion does come out. They're going to get Crucible. Now, no! The Crucible's too late for the side of Team United Kingdom. And they're going to be losing their comrades 1 by 1. That's going to be a double kill coming out. The Gauntlet does going to be able to seal down the fate of Little Godfather and Keys. Little Godfather Giffen will be getting out of that fight. Now this should be an easy pick up. for the side. Oh, okay. Hello, Arden. How are you doing? I know you do. He's going to be jumping through the Wizard Blood for Blood, picking up the kill onto this last who was a little bit too close, a little bit too curious, and he will get punished for that.
UK gotta realize that who is their hardest carry right now? In my opinion, it's not Mr. Keiko, it's Kieran. Do not engage on the enemy team when you do not have Kieran with you. And that is exactly what Team UK did. They got shut down, they got punished, and they lost to Ghostwing because of it. They've really got to reset themselves quite nicely. They're ahead in gold, they're ahead in items, Max. And I agree with you what you were saying about War on 1X on that kind of defense point of view. If you're behind, and plus Baron as a hero, hard carry, needs to go hard or go home. You know, you only want to start getting defense after 3 tier 3 items. That's really what you need to do. Mr. Keiko has not got any defense at all because he's ahead and he's able to do that. Yes, it makes him a little bit weaker, but you're pushing out so much more damage in the time that you are still alive, and that's kind of the current 3.8 meta, as you could see in the engagement coming out up in this river area, Maxon.
So we did have the tension mode getting purchased by Mr. K, who's going to be able to shred through the armor of the front line on the side of Team Czech Republic. That's going to be trying to get the engagement potential. Gauntlet going to be coming out, going to try and send him away. Gauntlet, oh, the blast shot are going to be blocked out, and so does the Oblivion. That's going to be such a rewarding ability coming out for Team United Kingdom. Solar Store doing so much work right there. That was absolutely insane from the Celeste. Be able to pick up the kill onto the captain. She does drop down. That's going to be Marinsar out of position without his trespass to reposition. So he should be going down to Kiran right there. But even Kiran's a little bit wary of one. Actually can turn around the steam if he feels like it. That's going to be, unfortunately, the rebuke not connecting. For Mr. K, just out of range. One is running for his life. Will he be able to survive it? I'm not too sure. And he will drop down at the end of the day. But now they have the re-engage potential, followed up by the fish fruit. Oh, man, that CC was disgusting.
That was a lovely chase. I was questioning it. I was thinking, no, don't chase it, guys. But Czech Republic, they fed it to UK in the palm of their hands, and that's another ace. It's also a wave push in the bot lane. Yes, in the top lane, it is pushing on the side of Czech Republic, but with 5 men up on the side of the UK, realistically, only 4 men by the time the Black Claw starts bearing down. This is Team UK's game to kind of push. They might not be able to close it down because in the last Black Claw push, we saw Czech Republic dealing with it quite effectively. So let's see what happens right now, Maxman.
What are you doing, Jenda? He's going to pop the war chest, but unfortunately, he should be going down right here. And that was a little bit uncalled for. Gauntlet does follow up. Unfortunately, Morgan Free Farm just not ready to commit around that ability. That's going to be a very, very nice ability. But do remember to sleep. Good night, Sweet Prince. The re-engagement from the Chumulka is absolutely insane. And that's going to be the Silver now out of position, but still fighting strong and staying strong as Manisar drops down. He does go down at the end of the ability. Like, he was able to turn that around quite effectively. Now that is the opportunity Ronix is looking for as he does come back into the fight. There's going to be a lot of damage up at Ronix. Unfortunately, DJ almost going down there, but Benny, he is running for his life. He's going to try and get away, but no, Ronix with his jump jet will be able to seal his life and take him down.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, they weren't able to close out, but they did take down the armory, so that's advantage over the UK. It was always going to be hard for them to kind of close out the team fights because the Black Claw was pushing down. They really didn't have much advantage, but really good job coming out for Czech Republic as well on the side of them. You definitely need to shut down Worm 1X on this Baron because he has a lot of damage going for the breaking point 3rd item. One could kind of turn around and go, really breaking point? But in this situation, and I was actually thinking in my head, Maxman, none of the UK team, because they don't really have a hard dive comp, they're actually not really able to heavily successfully shut down the Baron. So the breaking point is actually going to help Warren 1X get to kind of the late stage of the team fight, and he will chunk out a lot of basic attack damage. So I really agree with it in this situation.
Okay, so now 21 minutes in. Nice little hefty goal lead for the side of Team United Kingdom, but still the next fight might be the last one. If UK do win the next team fight, they have the opportunity to run it through mid and secure this 2-0 situation for themselves. They're going to go for jungle invade, core collapse. Once again, this Catherine just completely out of position. Oblivion going to be blocked out this time, just on time. As Miriams are also going to be out of position. Everyone's out of position on the side. Oh, that solar storm! Absolutely insane plays coming out from Kieran on this Catherine. Trespass away. Will he survive? I think Chelmwalker's going to be going down to the basic attack of the Celeste right here. Oh no, that's going to be anyway. Quadra kill for Mr. K. Cool. Let him get the pentakill! The Arden's going your way. Let him get it, please. Come on, we want a pentakill. Come on, get it. Yes! And that's a pentakill for Mr. K. Cool. Thank you very much, Arden.
They did that on purpose. I saw that. But either way, this is going to be a game being closed up by UK. 5v5 team fights going their way time and time again. Also, Catherine got a little bit caught out too much in the late stages of that game and kind of, you know, fed the enemy team. But you cannot deny that as a 5-man team, UK worked really, really effectively, Maxman. Also, I want to give credit to Little Godfather on that lance. His positioning, his impales, and more importantly, his getting were absolutely on point. Really good job coming out from Little Godfather on that lance.
Yeah, good job, Little Godfather. Did indeed a very, very nice game. So anyways, guys, I'm going to be putting on to the desk for a second there. Going to be looking at our beautiful, beautiful faces right now. So, okay, beam. Yeah, so that was a 2-0 situation for Team United Kingdom. Very, very different, like what we saw in their first game. So I'm really happy to see them come back here. They had the opportunity to like steamroll throughout this tournament, but they are going then into the semi-finals that they do win against Czech Republic. But next game, Imperium, will be Ukraine versus Germany. So I think a lot of people expect Germany to win this, and we'll go with the assumption that they do. If Germany gets through, Team UK will be dealing and going head-to-head with Team Germany. And that will be one insane matchup. I do hope that at that day they do have the zone, because they will need the zone up against easily, I think, the best team in this WESG VGL qualifier here, Imperium.
Yeah, I think they actually will, because there are definitely a couple of weaknesses on the side of the UK. Nothing against them, but I think Binny made a couple of mistakes positioning and kind of build-wise. And you can't deny how much of a difference a player like Disown can make in a team. But either way, UK, I hope it gives them a lot of confidence. I hope they really now train a little bit more leading into the semi-final and kind of realize that they have a chance to get to the WESG finals next year in China. And you think about that, in my opinion, is as much of the encouragement you need to train harder and harder and get better and better as a 5-man team.
Yeah, definitely like that. They keep working that team comp, and we were talking about Team UK as a team that's very mechanically skilled, like when you go like talent by talent. But it gives them the opportunity then, and that's going to be absolutely insane if they do end up like winning this qualifier series and being able to go to the China Live event. So indeed, that's going to be super interesting to see how this team is going to be able to evolve throughout all these matches. Anyway, guys, that was this first game of the day. We will be having the second game. There will be Team Ukraine up against Team Germany. It's going to be a really hype game. Super nice to see that coming up. It will be in about 20 to 25 minutes, so I will be putting up an AFK screen for us, guys, so you don't have to just look at our faces for 20 minutes. I don't think anybody wants that. Yeah, Imperium, do you have anything you have to say before we go on a short little break?
Well, it's funny you mentioned about the whole break thing. No game so far in the WSG, at least that's been streamed, and I think it's the same in the offline games as well, has gone to a third game. Max, on every single series has been 1-2-0. We're waiting for that golden third game to be played, for that kind of tiebreaker match. I don't think it's going to happen in Ukraine v Germany, with all due respect to Ukraine, but we're waiting for it, and when it does happen, it's going to be pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wait. I'm so hyped for these matches coming up, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching this first game. We'll be back in 25 minutes. So thanks for watching, and we'll be seeing you guys in a little bit, in some time, in 25 minutes. Okay.
to escape. It will take your own. When you're walking on the moon, walking on the moon, chase your happy place. It will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some levels that I've never been. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance again, that I've never been, that I've never been, that I've never, ever, never, ever, never been.
Walking on the moon.
One moment to escape. It will take you home. When you're walking on the moon,
Walking on the moon.
chase your happy place. It will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some levels that I've never been. When we dance again, all our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance that I've never been, that I've never been, that I've never, ever, never, never been. You got me burning up. have sent to outer space. We've been planning a getaway from your house into outer space. No one knows we're so far away from home. No one knows we are further than you know.
Hello guys and welcome back, and I'm happy to have you here still. Thank you for waiting, but unfortunately I do have to apologize. This game of Ukraine versus Germany will be ending with a very unfortunate forfeit. Team Ukraine did not show up at all, even though Germany is a very good team. I think it's always nice to come up to show off a nice game, but unfortunately that will not be the case in Imperium. Unfortunately, no matches.
Yeah, if you're not in, you can't win. Max, when you enter yourself into a tournament, there's always going to be somebody better than you out there, so to speak. So you got to give yourself a chance. And unfortunate for Ukraine, unfortunate for us as casters, unfortunate for the viewers, and even unfortunate for Team Germany. As easy as the game might have been, nobody wants to kind of win on forfeit. Nobody wants to kind of go through just
Feels
because.
undeserved.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Exactly. However, nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't do anything. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking with us. Thank you for watching the first game. That was very nice. So it is a 2-0 situation that went over to Team United Kingdom up against Czech Republic, and then it will be by default a 2-0 situation for the side of Team Germany up against Team Ukraine. So congrats to Germany. Then it will be an awesome semi-finals. It will then be Team Germany going up against Team United Kingdom, two of the best teams in this tournament. Imperium, what do you think that's going to play out next week?
Just don't mention the war. That's one thing I will say. Don't mention the war. But anyway, no, it's going to be really exciting. Of course, still Team Germany being the winners from the first qualifying rounds. You know, they're going to be favorites. But Team UK, they improve a little bit more, train a little bit more, get disowned on their side, you know, ready to play. And I really think they can take it to Team Germany. And if any series is going to go to a third game, it's going to be this semi-final, Maxwell.
Yeah, definitely it's going to be very interesting. So you can see the semi-final right there. So next week, basically, we're going to be talking about the matches on next week. Next week, we will then be in Group A. Group A, going to be having Spain versus Team Russia. Spain, we saw the players of Spain playing super well last weekend. Especially, I was thinking of Miguel Wymap on his Lorelei being super impactful. But we also know that other players on the tournament and that are in the semi-finals, such as, for example, Keith, as you did mention earlier, really good on those Lorelei pickups.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting how these teams are going to be playing out, but we're going to have to see then next weekend, guys, on Sunday at the same time, same place. It will be Spain versus Russia in first game of BO3, and the second BO3 will then be, of course, let me just go on it right now. Boom. It will be then Group B. It will be United Kingdom up against Team Germany. So a lot of action coming up to you guys. Once again, thank you for watching. I do apologize that we will not have in this match. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time while we were here. And we will be seeing you guys next time on the Rise. Goodbye, Imperium.
moon.